Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how to install InForm Voice SMB. Let's recap the system requirements for InForm Voice SMB. The hardware consists of a CPU of 8 cores. We can use 4 cores for lab use. We need 8 gigabyte of memory, 250 gigabyte of hard drive is the recommended uh, size, so we have plenty of space. We need one network connection, and InForm Voice SMB allows to be installed on virtualized platforms like Hyper-V or VMware, or bare metal installation like a small factor computer you can find in the market. As for the operating system, InForm Voice SMB uses Ubuntu Desktop, the version 2204. There is a newer one, but right now um, InForm Voice SMP is supported on 2204 only, so we will not upgrade to 2404. And we will require a separate Windows workstation or server with network access to the InForm Voice server for management purposes. As for network requirements, if you are familiar with the Windows flavor of InForm Voice, the Linux flavor does not require an Active Directory. And we recommend to use static IP addresses because it's easier uh, for the terminals to connect to a system with a static IP address than to find it through DHCP. Certain highlights of the installation of Ubuntu. Um, The install allows us to specify what kind of installation do we want. We chose minimal installation because we are not interested in additional applications like office software or games or anything like that. Mm. The idea of using a desktop flavor of the operating system is to have the graphical interface that provides advantages in when it comes to diagnostics or debugging. Um, but besides that, we won't require anything else. As for the computer name, I recommend to use a meaningful computer name. When it comes to software-based voice systems, um, it's better to use names than IP addresses. Because IP addresses might change, but names usually do not. Mm. And in the future, when your customer starts using um, soft media phones on computers or um, applications on smartphones, you will find that using names is it's better than using IP addresses. As for the account created during the install of Ubuntu, also use a meaningful name. This will be a support account that will be used throughout the life of InForm Voice SMB. So choose something like IFV admin, IFV support. In my case, I chose one that I'm used to. I used it for years, which is called SRV3C support. But I mean, you are free to use any other name. But keep in mind that it's a support name. It's not a name of a particular person.
Okay, we are here at our Ubuntu desktop machine, and the first thing we are going to do is to copy the InForm Voice installation files into the hard drive of this Ubuntu desktop. The easiest way to do it is to create a share in a Windows computer, load the installation files there, and then connect to that share from our Ubuntu desktop and download the files. So let's do it. I will click on this activities label on top and open this file Explorer utility, which is similar to the Windows Explorer. And to access my share, I need to go to this icon that's labeled Other Locations. And I need to connect to that Windows share by typing SMB : / and the name of the Windows share. Remember that Windows uses \, but Linux uses /. So let's type the name of my Windows share. I will be asked for the credentials of the Windows share. So and I can remember the password. Okay, that's fine. And here you can see several folders that have been shared. And the folder I'm looking for is this one that I labeled with the version of the InForm voice I'm going to install. So I'll double click here and I will see several files. Let's make all of the files visible. So I need to copy all those files, so I will do it the Windows way. I will select them all, right click, select the copy option, and then I will use the downloads folder to download it there. I will create a new folder called IFV, click on it, and then paste. The current size of the InForm voice installation files is about 9 gigabytes. So I will pause the video and resume it when the files are being copied. All the files have been copied. So now we are ready to run the install. We are going to run the install in 2 steps. We need to run 2 different executables, but we need to make a little procedure first in order to actually be able to run those. That procedure has to be done through a terminal window, which can be opened directly from this file explorer. So I can right click and I select Open in Terminal. So it will open the terminal application and be directly in the folder I want. So I don't need this one anymore. I will center this and I will expand it a little bit so you can see it more clearly. A couple of things about the terminal mode of this Ubuntu Linux. There are a few useful commands like pwd, which tells you where you are in the file system. Also, you have the ls command that lists the different files and folders. I like ls space -la, which also lists the same files but gives me more information about certain properties of those files. The command we need to run is a command that will make certain files executable. For a certain reason, when we copy from Windows to Linux, the executable property is kind of lost, so we need to make it available again. The command we're going to run is called chmod. Space, we are going to specify that we will add the executable property to all the files that end with the extension sh. So this is the command. Now, if we list, you will see that all the files with extension ls are now labeled in green color. So as I mentioned, we are going to run the install in 2 steps. First, we will run the prerequisites, which basically install SQL Server Express plus other auxiliary utilities. And then we are going to run the actual InForm voice install. In order to run an sh command, we will type // and the name of the file, which is install prerequisites. Remember that Linux is case sensitive, so you need to type it exactly in the lowercase and uppercase letters. We are required administrative privileges, so it will ask us for the account for the installation of Ubuntu. And if I type the wrong password, it won't allow it. So as you see, the install started. So now there is not much to do but to wait until the prerequisite install finishes. As you can see that there is a log file being created, so in case anything goes wrong and you need to take a look at what happened, you can do it by reading this prerequisite log file. Another detail that I can mention while this is being installed is I noticed that some Ubuntu operating system packages are being updated. So if the Ubuntu install that you have is not up to date, it will take a while to update the installed packages. If you care to update the Ubuntu through the desktop interface before installing this process will run much faster. So I will pause this video a little bit until the prerequisites install, and I'll see you back on the other side. Well, the prerequisites have been installed. You can see here on the screen, that's basically the SQL Server and some little libraries that the InForm voice application uses. So now we are going to install the actual software. The executable we need to run is called dot / install IFV.sh. Now we are asked for a database password. The database password can be the same password as the support account's password or not. But remember, this password has to be complex, has to contain letters and numbers and symbols, because that's a prerequisites or requisites for Microsoft SQL Server. So I will use the same one as I used before because I know it's already complex. Will ask me if I want to automatically reboot. I say yes. And that's pretty much it. Now, as you see, there is an install log being created. So if anything goes wrong, I can see what went wrong with a little bit more detail than what we see here on screen. And again, now there's nothing to do until the installation finishes and the Ubuntu desktop automatically reboots. So I will see you after that happens. Okay, InForm software has been installed. The Ubuntu desktop automatically restarted. I logged back in, and I want to show you how to verify that the installation went well and that the InForm processes are running. So I need to get to the terminal window again. So I click here on my activities label on top, and I click on this tic-tac-toe icon, and I see here this terminal application, which is where I want to go. Let me expand it a little bit further so you can see. I center it back. Now, InForm is installed in a folder called OPT/IFV. So I need to go to that folder. Right now, if I see where I'm at /home/SRV3C support. So I need to go to this OPT folder. So I use the CD for change directory, and I need to specify an absolute folder, which is /OPT. If I list here, you will see that there are some folders being created. One is IFV, and the other ones are related to the Microsoft SQL Server. So now I can go to IFV, and now it's a relative folder, so I don't need the /. And if I list here, I see several folders and certain files. The file that allows me to maintain the different processes and see what's going on is called run IFV. So I will run it with /run IFV.sh. And if I don't specify anything, I see a little help of how to use it. So there is a usage run IFV. I can start, stop the server, restart any of the applications, and also look at the processes and the version. So let's look at the processes with -ps. And let's see, we'll expand it a little bit so we can see it. And now you will see here are the different services which are all running, the different processes with different consumptions. So basically, this is the way to see how InForm is operating. If I want to see the software version, I can see the software version with -ver. So as you can see, this is the software version of all the modules in case you need to call support and support ask you which is the version of your current IFV or a certain module you can tell. So basically, we learned how to install the prerequisites, how to install InForm Voice, and now we are ready for the first time commissioning. But that's a subject of another video. So I see you in the next one.